It's time, my friends, the beginning of the end. And by that, I mean Chaos Tray 249. We got a full-blown guide for you here today to get you to that final tray so that you can overcome and accomplish Season 17. Thank you for joining me here today. Down below, you'll find the timestamps as we always break down our fortes, the tactics, the team, the treasure, and the toppings in order to help you succeed here on Chaos Tray 249. So let's dive into it here today because there's a couple of key tips and tricks that are going to help you be successful. So let's get into it. So a couple things here. First and foremost, we can't use charge cookies, we can't use healing cookies, and that is a doozy for this particular one. We'll talk about it here in a second. And then the third and final one there, no ambush cookies. We do have a lot of enemies, and if you recognize some of these different enemies, Cursed Sword, Affogato, Spear Warrior, all this fun stuff. And last but not least, one big beefy dark cacao archer at the end. They do focus on injury. That is correct. Now, without healers and PV, you cannot remove that injury. So you still have to overcome this run with that particular thing that you're going to have to keep in mind. So certainly you can do it here. This team, we'll give it a run because we want to try and overcome this with an epic team for you first. And if we can't, then we'll go back and grab one or two of those legendary ancient fun ones in order to make sure that we get by for you here today. So first and foremost, a couple pieces with this strategy similar to 248. If you watch that episode, if not, no biggie, we're going to recap one of the key pieces on the strategy here. We are going to invoke what I like to call the jungle and the zoo. What does that mean? Well, Little Bo Peep, Cotton Sheep are going to go to town for us here along with our friend right here, Oyster Cookie, and have lots and lots of additional warriors kind of flooding the board. So no target damage is specifically always just on our cookies, depending on if they have single target damage, but that is another question for you that we'll find out as we get through this. Now, on top of that, a couple of key pieces here. We're going to run with Tart Titan for our damage dealer. You could maybe get by without having to run the double healer, but again, we're more focused on that jungle zoo combo. And then we're going to run with our defense cookie here. Certainly if you want to bump it up a notch and kind of go after your super epic, and again, we're keeping it epic here, this is always a good one. Crimson Coral can certainly help you get through, and then you can always flip in something like a golden cheese. Yes. All right, so let's talk about some of the treasures. Again, we're focused on damage. I really like trying to burn our enemies down first, so that's what we're doing here. We're going to be on Old Pilgrim Scroll for attack, Squishy Jelly Watch for cooldown, and Dream Conductor's Whistle. A couple of good ones that you can all consider. If you're going to run more beefy defense cookies up front, you can I always like throwing this out here because people forget about it, the flamingo tube. Additionally, you could think about Librarian's Enchanted Robes. A good strategy that we've talked about before is Invincible. If you start to get a little bit into struggling, get down to that last cookie, throw this one in there. That might help you succeed. However, other good swaps are Sleepy Head's Jelly Watch here. Also Disciples Magic Scroll. If you need more defense here, you can focus on the crit as well. So those are all the key pieces that you can consider in terms of the swaps. Let's go to toppings. So in terms of toppings, as we also always say, check out our topping guides here on the channel. As a good reference, we typically recommend Resonant first. Additionally here, and that's primarily because those additional base stats. Additionally here, a couple key pieces. We're on Solid Almond, we're on attack here with Raspberry, we're on cooldown here because we want to keep those creatures going outside of our cookies. Same with Little Bo Beep. Cotton is not going to lose her sheep today. And then last but not least, our friend Cream Puff for the big heals. Now, what you'll see on top of this in terms of our team, we're actually 1 million short in terms of power level relative to what we have, but that is not going to be a problem. So let's go ahead and get through this run here for you of Sweet Tower Chaos 249 so you can see how this is going to work. Lots and lots of injury stacks. The big key for us is going to be trying to keep Wildberry alive here and making sure that that injury doesn't totally destroy us. However, so far we're holding up. And the other lovely thing about Chaos Tray is you don't need all your cookies to survive. We are certainly very close. Let's see if we're going to bring it home. And my friends, we have done it and did it for you here today.
My victory is the kingdom's victory.
That is correct. It is our kingdom's victory, my friends. There we go. Look at that. We have done it. Chaos tray 249 onto the final tray 250. However, we're going to walk back here and talk about this one right here for you. So again, 249, we ran into challenges here with the charge, healing, and ambush cookies where we could not have them. We talked about the key strategy with some of these enemies and the injury that you may have to deal with, and we saw that there on Wildberry. Again, PV, not being able to use it, you're gonna have to get through it without it, and we gave you the team to make sure that you can do that here with an all epic team as well. So with that, we gave you those 4 T's: the tactics, the team, the treasure, and the toppings in order to succeed on Chaos Tray 249. With that, I just want to say, if you still have questions or comments, shoot them my way, and come swing by our Discord server, say hello, and join our active community there. Lastly, thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Down below, we have great ways to support the channel and stay in the know, and thank you as always for that support. I appreciate your likes and your subs as we grow this community, and thank you as always to all our members. There down below you can sign up for that, and thank you for that, and lots of other great ways. So last but not least, may you not be crippled by the injury and make it through like us here today on 249, because we're gonna go take down that boss on 250 with you. So stay tuned for that. And in the meantime, we got a ton of great Cookie Run Kingdom content for you here on the channel. Onwards and upwards, my friends. We'll see you soon.